Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome, everybody, to Sunday before Thanksgiving. Welcome to Unity of Music City. We're going to go ahead and start singing. We're going to do two songs back to back. I think we are pretty familiar with both of them. Ooh, let's change sounds. There we go. I am the place where God shows up. Let's stand as we are able. Let's kind of slip into the service this morning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life? Sorry, self, you got it. Will I, this is it, have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up. All right. Let's remain standing. Let's do one more. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Today, I'm so glad that we are here. I feel the Spirit ever near. We are friends and family. That's it. Singing praises joyfully. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. We give thanks for everything. Countless blessings Spirit brings. Celebrate our unity as we live in harmony. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. We are blessed, we are thankful, all is well and life is good. All is well and life is good. All is well and life is good. It's pretty good, isn't it? All right. Thank you. Please be seated. All right. And I think we got a bunch of young people today, so if you'd like to go up Miss Steph, please do that now.
Good morning, Unity of Music City.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today? Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Good morning. I've already done
Stop.
What is it?
Go ahead.
Oh, me? I thought you were talking to him. Talking, the conversation going. Today's centering statement is, to everything there is a season. And we're going to take our deep centering breath, if we can do that together. To everything there's a season. Everything in the universe has a cycle. Physically, you can think about the seasons on Earth, the cycle of life, the phases of the moon, your breath, or in our culture with music and fashion. Cycles are a natural part of the universe, but much as we might prefer, nothing stays in one state forever. The law of rhythm, sometimes called the law of perpetual motion, is focused on movement. This law shows us that everything is forever changing, and our job is to embrace that ride. Each stage of life has tremendous gifts to offer. Understanding the rhythm of life helps us see how cycles play out in our daily life and release resistance to changes that unfold in our world. Our thoughts, emotions, circumstances are ever changing. So from this, we can discern that hard times won't last forever. Equally, it's important to remember this concept when things are going well, because we know that this isn't permanent either. Sometimes we have a tendency to think that if we force things to happen, but how often has that worked for you? Surrender to the flow of life and let your inner wisdom guide your thoughts, your words, your actions. Understanding this law helps us cultivate a mindset of gratitude, which is one of the easiest high-frequency emotions to tap into in any given moment. Watching the seasons change and being in tune with nature can help us understand what is happening in our lives. Our full moon gatherings can help you feel the joy in the seasons and in life. Today's season may be good, but nothing is permanent, so enjoy what you have while it lasts. Alternatively, perhaps you're in a negative part of the cycle right now, but it may be the very thing that prepares you for a prosperous change in the future cycle. When we learn to observe the ebb and flow of life with patience and faith, we can understand that there is a time and a season for everything. Now, if you will, please repeat these affirming statements after me. I look for love, joy, and peace in every circumstance and situation. I look for love, joy, and peace in every circumstance and situation. Today is a new day, and I choose to create my life for good. Today is a new day, and I choose to create my life for good. I take the good. I love this that I get this. I take the good. This is Ryan. I take the good. I take the bad. I take it all, and there I have the facts of life.
I take the good.
I take the bad. I take it all, and there I have the facts of life. You got to sing it. The facts of life. And so it is.
So it is. Well, we are blessed and thankful to be at Unity of Music City. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I think we've got a big week ahead of us. I know Frank and I have a family coming, so we have a lot to get prepared for there. But, well, I should say Publix has a lot of preparation to do, right? But as far as being a spiritual community, I'm so glad to be with all of you here today and to celebrate our oneness that we have and to celebrate all of the great things that are going on in this community and to celebrate all the great work that we are doing in our community. That is so important. So I do believe we have some announcements even though it's a holiday week. Let's say, Julie again. It's there.
Again, these are the correct ones today. Yes, November the 19th. That's today, right? So I was asked what the costume was today, and I'm like, every day I wear a costume. I'm thinking, we all do every day. Yeah, so sometimes when you wear something that's non-costume, it's still a costume, and it's something different. So I thought I would be different and not wear a costume. So, but it's a great environment to do that in, and it's a blessing because y'all, for years, I wasn't comfortable enough to wear the costume. Oh. And other costumes, but certain ones. But let it be known this is Native American Heritage History Month. By the way, the two-man band, you guys sound amazing. So good job there. Blessings and grateful for you guys.
Everybody be back next week, I promise.
And I miss everybody else. But yeah, it's a Native American History and Heritage Month. And so I started doing some things to create and make things. So I had some bamboo, and I'm just trying to honor. I have a little bit of Cherokee among some other Irish and Scot and British, but definitely.
You must be an American.
Yeah, definitely. I'm American. So I thought I'm going to make a peace pipe, and it's just my prototype, and it's small. But I thought I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to make a larger one, and definitely I told Reverend Deb I'm going to make her one. So it's going to be, I had to practice a few times first, but doing some illustrations and making some other things just to honor. So I wanted to definitely honor the people of our country, of Native Americans. So anyway, here we go. Announcements for today. All activity or meeting links and phone numbers can be found on the website, Weekly Happenings, Google Calendar, or you can always email the church. So we got a nice little list here. Great things. Spirituality and recovery. Come join us in a weekly 1-hour discussion meeting about the 12 steps of recovery, their spirituality and principles, and how we can put into action the action behind our talking the talk and better walk the walk in our daily lives. All are welcome. You need 3 things to bring. That's willingness, honesty, open-mindedness. Bring those 3 and you're all set. Hope to see you on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. here at Unity, Wren Road. And Reverend Marge Hart thank you out there for doing that. That's a great program. Save Paul. We're collecting non-perishable food items. Support Save Paul. Think of things that can be prepared together to create a meal, like pasta, sauce, chili, cornbread, or like a boxed cornbread. You can bring these items at any time, place them on the marked shelves inside the small classroom. We appreciate your support and donations. And we're getting more and more. Sarah, how are we doing on that? Yeah.
Just repeat it.
Do you want to
repeat it back into the mic?
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. It's written in purple. I love it. Okay. But that's Sarah, if you have questions. So, Sarah Esper. But with all of your recent donations, we were able to get 12 food boxes to those in need. So, thank you guys for doing that. That's amazing. Thank you. Anything you want to add, Sarah? That's fantastic work. Thanks for doing it. Full Moon Gathering, Monday, November 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. Bring a chair and join us here at Wren Road. Teens Unplugged is coming up. Mindfulness 101 for teens, Monday, also on the 27th from 6 to 7. A lot going on that Monday night. All right, that's great. Love donation appreciated for Teens Unplugged. Chili and Soup Potluck, Sunday, December 3rd, here at Wren Road, following the service and before the Leadership Council meeting. And if you'll please bring a dish to share, that would be fantastic. And finally, save the date, Christmas Brunch. Unity of Music City leadership looks forward to celebrating and appreciating our members, volunteers, and their families on Saturday, December the 9th from 11 to 2 p.m. That's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. RSVP to the church, Unity of Music City at gmail.com by December the 3rd. And please indicate the number of people attending. It'll be appreciated. There's a sign-up sheet in the foyer as well. We hope to see you there. So you guys have an amazing, magnificent, blessed week. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And with such a small beginning spiritual community, I think that most of us have either volunteered or shown up in some form or fashion for something that we've done throughout the year. So I expect to see all of us here on December 9th for our potluck and appreciation Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have some great fellowship, maybe even some music. I don't know. So we'll yeah, David, you going to sing for us? Sure. You sing a fine Irish tune for us. All right, well, it's time for us to sing, and we're going to do our monthly mantra. My favorite line in this song is, "A light to those around us, we bring joy when we sing. We feel God's love surround us, and we give thanks for everything." It's so easy to give thanks for everything when you feel that love of the divine that's around you, doesn't it? So let's all stand as we are able, and we'll sing it. We are blessed to have one another, a chosen family, together we stand. We are blessed to be sister and brother. We are blessed, we are blessed. Where two or more are gathered, there's a sweet spirit near. Where two or more are gathered, every place is free. We are blessed to have one another, a chosen family, together we stand. We are blessed to be sister and brother. We are blessed, we are blessed. A light to those around us, we bring joy when we sing. We feel God's love surround us. We give thanks for everything. We are blessed to have one another, a chosen family, together we stand. We are blessed to be sister and brother. We are blessed, we are blessed. A light to those around us, we bring joy when we see. We feel God's love surround us. We give thanks for everything. another, a chosen family. Together we stand. We are blessed to be sister and brother. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. Thank you so much. Please be seated.
Good morning, Unity of Music City. I hope y'all are doing fantastic. We're going to do something a little bit different today. Normally, the meditation would be a guided meditation, and we would guide you into a certain place. But I realize that for some of you, this may be the only time that you spend in silence with yourself or with others. So we're going to practice a Quaker practice. Quakers have meetings, so they don't necessarily have services. And during a Quaker meeting, if you've ever attended one, it's basically silence. They are holding themselves to the light, and they're letting God speak to themselves. They might stand up and tell people what they, discovered or what moved inside them. But instead of having a guided meditation, we're just going to sit in silence. And when we're done, you will hear Ryan play. But I just wanted it between you and the God source within, connecting to your inner light. So please join me in quieting your mind, closing your eyes, and sitting in silence.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So before I start, I want to acknowledge that there are quite a few people that are not here today. Reverend Deb is healing. There are people that are sick. There are some people that have COVID. It's that time of the year. So we're just kind of holding them in light right now, whatever people are going through physically. And that may trigger some emotions and some thoughts and all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of want to acknowledge that to the universe. I had a video that I was going to play for all of you. It did not work out. That will play into my talk today. But the video was Anderson Cooper and Stephen Colbert. And these are two people in media, in the entertainment world. And they were sitting down and they were talking about grief. And it's a fantastic conversation. I will post it on my social media for you to see. And if you have time, please check that out. It's an incredible conversation. But there's a part in that conversation where Anderson Cooper asked Stephen Colbert, you said that you believe that, and I'm going to paraphrase here, you said that you believe that even the punishments of God you are grateful for. Do you actually believe that? Now, we don't use that terminology in unity, the punishments of God. But what he's referring to is even the bad stuff that happens to you. Are you grateful for that? Are you grateful for the worst thing that has ever happened for you? And I will tell you that it's not a goal. So on Tuesday, you will say yes. On Wednesday, you're going to say no. And on Thursday, you're going to say, I'm okay with it, and I'm extracting wisdom from that. And they go into this beautiful conversation. The end result of the point that Stephen Colbert is making is that he doesn't want the worst thing that has ever happened to him to have happened to him. But he realizes through gratitude that he has to be grateful for every aspect of his life, not just one. I need to introduce myself because some of you know me, some of you don't know me. My name is Frank, and I am a psychic medium here in Nashville. I don't ask for your belief. I don't know if you believe in psychic ability, but I want to tell you a part of what I experience almost on a daily basis. I get a lot of questions asked. I get questions about my job. I get questions about who are my spirit guides, when is my boyfriend gonna leave his wife, all kinds of stuff, okay? All kinds of stuff. There is no judgment here. But the most common question that I get asked is, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here on earth? Why am I here in Nashville? Why am I here in Unity of Music City? Why am I here? And if I ask people, I'm going to get a lot of different answers why I'm here. And according to Unity, we are here to what? We're here to be loved. We are here to be loved. But did you ever ask yourself what that means? To be loved? What does that even mean, to be loved? Because love is many things. I didn't have a title for my talk because I didn't want to just talk. I wanted to talk to you about some stuff because we are going into a season where we're going to be confronted with a lot of triggers and a lot of trauma and other people's trauma. And how can we be grateful for that? And can we be grateful for that? So we are here to be loved. So I'm going to give it to you in the way that I understand it, in the way that I was given this. And since I'm a very visual person, I'm going to show you a picture of what I think, how we are here and what is going on with life. So I believe that this is not working. And it might not be on.
Believe for a fact.
That is, well, it's not a fact anymore. So we live in the third dimension. So what that means, because we use a lot of these terms and we don't always know what that means. So what that means, the third dimension is something that can be measured. We can measure something in height, in length, and in width. That is what the third dimension is. So when people talk about that, that's what we are referring to. And in sacred geometry, the image, the symbol that we would have for the third dimension is the prism. So I want you to think about God being white light, pureness, the white light of creation. And as it breaks through a prism, what are you going to get? You're going to get a rainbow. And that rainbow is us. Rev Deb talked about our chakra system not too long ago. And that's how God is manifesting through us. We are that prism. We are that light of energy coming through this world. And as we come through this world, one of those streams of light might be a little bit stronger. So not only do we have a rainbow that's coming out of us, we manifest as many different colors. So love is many different things. Love may be fighting for justice red. Love may be empathy green. Love may be loyalty blue. Love may be honesty yellow. Okay? Love is many things. And so as we manifest in love, we are not going to be the same. We're told we're the same. We are all the same. I'm going to tell you that we are not the same. I do not have your experiences and you do not have my experiences. That doesn't mean we are not equal. We are here to do different things. We have our own curriculum that we are learning as to how to be loved. And I'm going to tell you that you need to learn your lessons so that people don't have to walk through shit to access your gifts. That's why we are here. We have to be here to learn and to clarify. So when I say that we are loved, okay, the closer that I feel like we get to the God self, we lighten. Because the ultimate goal is to be present and let God's source channel through us purely, clearly. As we go through life, we're going to pick up trauma because life is not perfect and people are not perfect. And we don't always trust each other and we don't always listen to each other. And we have our own stories around that. And so what happens as we start to collect trauma, we start to dim. I don't like to talk about energy in high or low. Um, Someone that is irate, a Karen, a Trader Joe's, yelling at somebody, you can't tell me that is low energy, because that is high. That is in your face. So I like to describe energy as clear or cloudy, because in that moment, that individual has been clouded up. That source of light that comes through that individual is filtered by trauma. And God's source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is coming through us. When we say envision white light, we envision white light coming and basking over us, but that white light is within you, coming through your chakra system, fusing through your belief system and shining out to the world. That's how we are working. And so when we talk about being love, that is the journey of understanding our trauma and gently working through so that we can be in present moment as clear as possible. When some of you go to some metaphysical stores or expos and you get your aura photograph, I am telling you that aura photograph is how you are in that moment. But in 10 minutes, when your mother-in-law calls you or you hit the Nashville traffic or something, it's going to shift. It is going to change because we are humans and that's what we do. And so getting into spaces where we are reminded consistently that we are here to learn, that we're not perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. We're just supposed to be open. The thing that I find interesting is the cloudier you go, because you're not able to channel that God source out of you, you're only gonna see your traumas. You are only going to see pain in the world. And if that's where you need to be, that's where you need to be, okay? The hope is that as you clarify, you start seeing through a lot of that. You start cutting through a lot of that pain. We had a situation not too long ago here at the church. I am the committee member, the committee lead for the healing arts. And I brought up to the leadership that I wanted to do a grief group. We've been through a lot of change as a community. And it's important to talk about that change and to process that change. And we have had a minister change. We had the music director leave, and then Ryan stepped in, and then he left, and then someone else that didn't know our philosophy came in, and that individual left, and Ryan stepped back in, and we sold a building, and then we were at a hotel, and then we came here, and we've gone through a lot of changes, and we haven't always processed that feeling. And people have come to me and have felt abandoned by our old minister. They have felt rejected, erased. And has that happened? Maybe, possibly. That's up to that individual. Or it could be God saying, I'm going to teach you how to rise like a phoenix. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you how to rise like a phoenix. You have learned these principles of unity and love. Let's put them into action. But dependent on where you are is what you're going to see. Because the cloudier you go, you're going to start looking at pain and you're going to actualize it in your life. And that's what we're about to go through for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And it's not fun to say, I'm grateful for my mom who terrorized me, or my dad who, did this. There's a saying in Spanish, arregla tu hogar. It's a saying that is popular in Tepatitlan, which is a little city in Guadalajara. Arregla tu hogar translates to fix or clear your home, your space. But what it really means is take care of your stuff at home first. Take care of your stuff, because if you can take care of your stuff at home, you can start taking care of the stuff out there. That's how you do it. So the hope is that we heal and we look at our lessons and we get guided to love so we don't personalize our pain. Because I can promise you, most people, now there are some people that want to create pain. There's some crazy ass people out there that want to do that. And you see those documentaries, on, I don't know, Lifetime or something, There are some people that want to do that. But most people are not doing things against you. We just personalize it because we haven't learned how to recognize our lessons. How do we heal? The space of going from one box to another, I believe, the quality that we require is gratitude. Being grateful, not necessarily for your trauma, but being grateful that you're here. Being grateful that you were born. The reason why they call it a miracle is so many things have to happen for you to be born. The egg has to get fertilized because the female anatomy is trying to ward off any intruders. And that egg has to move down through the fallopian tube. And then the follicle has to be thick enough for implantation to happen. One thing after another after another. You are called here for a divine mission. That divine mission is to learn your lessons so that you can properly be loved. That's what we're here to do. We are here to inspire ourselves so that we can inspire other people. So we got to be grateful that we're here. My dad grew up in a tree house. Literally, my dad's roof were branches. His flooring was the dirt. And my dad now lives with my mom in Arizona, and they have a pool. And he has said to this day, God has taken care of me. I'm grateful. Now, this is a man who is an orphan, who didn't have the best childhood, and has every reason in the world to be bitter, to be angry. And he is the most emotional person I know. It's not my mom, although my mom is emotional in her own ways. He is very tender-hearted because he's allowed a lot of that pain to pause. He's giving him space to learn, to recognize love in his life, to be grateful for every little thing that he's had, and that has softened his energy. That has made him go from one step to the other. When I say that we're here to learn lessons. This morning, as I was driving in, I was told that the video wasn't going to work. Now, that's the first thing that I got for this lesson I'm going to tell you. That was the first, I saw that video and I was like, babe, this is like amazing wisdom stuff. And then I was told it's not going to work. Now you got a choice. I can be like, well, I should have sent it earlier. Because that's how my mind works. I should have sent it earlier. I should have made sure. I should have came in and ran it and made sure. Because my mind goes into problem solving. That's what I should have done. And you are going to get into situations that are going to get you to that place. You're going to have a relationship where you're going to be like, I will never trust men again. F them men. I'm never going to trust them again. Or you can get into a space where you're like, you know what? I learned strength from that person. I learned boundaries from that person. What I learned about the video not playing is God saying, you know what? I'm just not going to play it for you. You're just going to have to talk, and you're going to have to talk about it, and you're going to have to give them homework. And if they want to see it, they can see it. Stop controlling the situation, Frank. You know? There are lessons in everything. And it's your perspective and gratitude that is going to gain that journey to be love. We're in the season of gratitude, but sometimes we forget it. And it's something that we got to carry forward because we're going to be seeing our family. And there's going to be some people that are going to be sitting at your Thanksgiving table that you are not going to want to talk to. Girl, I do not want to talk about politics today. And it may be, I'm grateful for this lesson because I get to be graceful. I get to be merciful. I get to be like, evidently, they need to be heard. Evidently, they just need to be heard about something. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to listen to them because that's what I can do. And I am learning also about boundaries so that when I am too full of whatever is going on with them, I can leave and let go. We are learning lessons. Sometimes it's easy to point out the lessons. Sometimes it's easy where you can see, if you are a hoarder and you have had all kinds of stuff, in your house, or you're not in a great relationship, sometimes it's really easy to see the lessons. Sometimes it's not. And then what do you do about it? I believe that God is constantly talking to you all the time, 100%. We don't always pay attention. We don't always listen. We don't always recognize it. But God is talking to you. We got to invite God in first because we tend to solve issues within our human perspective. The tire goes flat in the car, you're calling AAA, you're rescheduling your appointment, and then you're pissed. Instead of going, I'm going to take a moment to just be in silence. And whatever God is out there, I don't know what you are, I don't know where you are, I don't know what you're trying to teach me, but please be with me in this present moment. You got to do invitation. The indigenous people do invitation. Father Sky, Mother Goddess, please be with me. If you are a practitioner of paganism or Wicca, before you cast a circle and you start doing your magical work, you call people in, you call the elements, you call the gods. We do this. We do this all the time, but we forget to do that. Invitation. And the second thing is starting off with gratitude. I invite you in and I am grateful for my life and I am grateful for, it may not be that you're grateful for the situation that you're in. I have had 5 accidents in 5 years. This is why Ryan drives. I am not grateful for those accidents. I am very grateful that I have someone that is very consistent with his driving, that is very steady with his driving. Frank, let go of control. You can't drive. That is okay. You are learning. The other thing is I want you to take a look at your astrology. Now, I love astrology. I will say I think it's a beautiful system that is 2,000 years old that needs to be updated, just like I believe that our Constitution needs to be updated every so often. Our home rules need to be updated so often. Our education system needs to be educated every so often. We just need to change things up a bit. But when we think about astrology, we often think about our sun sign and we identify with that. I'm sensitive because I'm a Cancer. I love beauty because I'm a Libra. And what if you approached it as a system of learning? Instead of saying, this is how I am, this is what I am learning. I'm a Taurus, I'm learning to be uncomfortable. I'm a Gemini, I'm learning to not limit myself with my own judgment. I am a Sagittarius, I am learning not to run around and just be steady in this present moment. You can get all kinds of wisdom from that. If you go deep into astrology, you will see your sun sign, your ascendant, which is your rising sign, where the sun was rising when you were born and what sign it was, your Mercury, your Venus. You'll get to 2 things. You'll get to an asteroid called Chiron, which is called your wound, the thing that you are healing in this life. And you will also get to your south node, which is believed to be your most recent past life. So you are working on this situation and it's manifesting in this way. So when we think about astrology, we often think about it as our makeup, but it's our map to tell you how to heal. The next one is the Enneagram. Now, I will be the first to tell you I'm not a fan of personality tests. You tell me that I'm a personality, and I'm going to be like, that's great. What do I do about it? What am I learning from this? I want to take some kind of action. The Enneagram, when we often talk about it, we talk about the Enneagram of personality, but it was developed by a man named Gurdjieff, who was a mystic, a raging mystic at that. And he believed that the Enneagram was not a set of personalities. He believed it was energies that you inhabited. And these are energies that you're learning to balance. 9 is great at being the peacemaker, but they're learning to get engaged and to have their own voice. 1 is learning that I don't have to be perfect at everything. I don't have to do everything, and I don't have to pour energy into something. 2 is learning that they are valid, even if they're not fully impacting the world. 8 is learning to be safe. Each number is learning something. So you are always going to be told what you are learning. Because when we look at the Enneagram not as a personality system, we're going to see it as love. What is love? At 9, it's bravery. At 1, it's idealistic. At 4, it's empathetic. At 6, it's trusting. And at 8, it's honest and frank. That's what love is. Love is all of those things. It may not always feel great, when someone is being industrious with you, and you're like, I don't want to learn something new right now. I just want to cry and get angry. That's what I want to do. I don't want to think about this in a different way. That's okay. Give it space. It'll come. Because that's what love is. Love is all of those things. There's another system called human design. So human design itself is based on astrology. So this is considered to be practical astrology. Your astrology will tell you how you're designed and how your energy is working. So it incorporates chakras and different channels, but it'll tell you what you're learning. As a manifester, I am learning not to be a people pleaser. Manifestors are the biggest people pleasers. Generators are the powerhouses, and they're learning to be seen. Because sometimes generators just want to help from the back. And so be seen. Be present. Be valued, and allow yourself to be valued. So life is always going to tell you what you got to learn. And sometimes it is scary for us to look at our learning. And I will tell you that the learning language that's going to be given to you is going to be specific to you. This is why it's so difficult for us to compare ourselves. Because we go, this person manifested this. How come I'm doing the same things and I'm not manifesting the same thing? Because we are individualistic. Even though we are one, we are not just colors. We are hues of colors. So we are not just blue, we're azure, and we're cerulean, and we are lapis, and we are sky blue, and we are cyan, and all kinds of stuff. And so you are designed for something very specific. I showed Ryan a TikTok this morning. It was a picture of this girl named Melly, and she said something along the lines of, I'm grateful for my partner and all the things that he does for me. And it was like, he brings me coffee, and he doesn't let me touch the gas pumps. And I thought, that's so great. And then she put, he allows me, he helps me. I emphasized that word this morning. He helps me to heal my wounds. And in the comments, someone said, I love that for you. And that person said, I'm manifesting that for you. See, the law of manifestation and attraction is attracting the things that you got to learn. Yes, you attract like attracts like. But you are learning the same lessons as everybody else. And those lessons are going to be complementary. It would not be a unity of Music City service if I didn't leave you with a quote. Yeah. I'm not a big reader, I will tell you. I'm not big into quotes. What you seek is seeking you. And I'm just going to emphasize, what are we seeking? We're seeking love. We are seeking God. We are seeking connection. So what you seek is seeking you. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that love is seeking you, because I think love has already found you. You were never disconnected. You were never thrown away. You were never forgotten. God has never had one disconnection from you. So what you are seeking isn't seeking you. What you are seeking is already within you. The process to recognize that is through gratitude, is to understand being grateful for simply what you have and letting yourself be open. So I want to do a short prayer. So I want you to close your eyes for me. And we're going to do an invitation and we're going to do a gratitude. Spirit, creative and sustainable force of the universe, the centeredness of all love, we open ourselves this moment and we ask that your love be recognized in our lives in the most surprising and wonderful ways. And in the moments when we feel that we are cloudy and we can't see the movement of your presence in our lives, with gratitude, we open up and ask to be filled with a grateful and open heart. We make this affirmation in this moment. So it is, and amen.
Send some rain, would you send some rain? 'Cause the earth is dry and needs to drink again. And the sun is high and we are sinking in the shade. Would you send a cloud, thunder long and loud? Let the sky grow black and send some mercy down. Surely you can see that we are thirsty and afraid. But maybe not today. Maybe you'll provide in other ways. And if that's the case, we'll give thanks to you with gratitude for lessons learned in how to thirst for you, how to bless the very sun that warms our face if you never send us rain. Daily bread, give us daily bread. Bless our bodies, keep our children fed. Fill our cups, then fill them up again tonight. Wrap us up, please warm us through, tucked away beneath our sturdy roofs. Let us slumber safe from danger's view this time. Maybe not today. Maybe you'll provide in other ways. And if that's the case, We'll give thanks to you with gratitude, a lesson learned to hunger after you, that a starry sky offers a better view if no roof is overhead, and if we never taste that bread. Oh, the differences that often are between everything we want and what we really need. So grant us peace, Spirit, grant us peace. Move our hearts to hear a single beat between alibis and enemies tonight. Or maybe not today. Peace might be another world away, and if that's the case, we'll give thanks to you with gratitude for lessons learned and how to trust in you, that we are blessed beyond what we could ever dream, in abundance or in need. And if you never grant us peace, but Spirit, would you please? You know, my heart is very full right now because last January, I felt that this part of the service really needed to be about gratitude because of what we had gone through as a spiritual community. And we need to understand where we are in gratitude so that we can move forward. And it really warms my heart because that's what we've done. That's what this month has been so far. And to really kind of, I know it sounds like, it kind of feels like sometimes that we're just kind of pounding this, you know, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. But my goodness, if we don't have gratitude, what do we have? We don't have anything. So that's why this is so important to me. Now, I'll give you a little preview of next year. Next year is we're going to talk about how we take this gratitude and put it into action. What do we do with all this gratitude we have? When we're feeling abundant and overflowing, how do we put that into action? So just a little teaser for next year, you know. When we talk about what we're grateful for, we're going to talk about not only what we're grateful for, but what we're doing about it, right? So I'll just open it up. Is anybody grateful for anything today? I'm thankful for this spiritual community, that's for sure. Anybody, anything else? Okay, yes. This is one of Frank's favorite songs in the whole entire world. I've heard it for 16 years now, many, many times. And he asked me to do that because it's a Nicole Nordeman song. So you can go out. It's Gratitude by Nicole Nordeman. You can put it on YouTube and listen to it all the time. Who else? What else are we grateful for today?
Every member of this church.
Every member of this church. Amen to that. Support systems are huge. Anybody, anything else? Family. Yeah. I'm going to see my family twice this year. We're going to do Thanksgiving with my family and Christmas with Frank's family, so I'm going to have a lot of family this year. And what Frank said about his father could not be more on point. The man is one of the most grateful people I've ever met, and when he talks, he cries when he is grateful. So it's a beautiful thing to behold, but I tell you what, it's a lot. All right, let's take just a moment and look at our expenses versus contributions as you make your decisions on what you want to do with your paper money this week. Also remind you that we have all kinds of volunteer opportunities, and we're going to honor our volunteers on December 9th. So Keep that in mind also. Let's say our offertory affirmation together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I choose to give. The reason that is true is because we live in a world of infinite abundance. So let's sing this together. I live in the midst of infinite abundance. I give freely and fearlessly to life. I live in the midst of infinite abundance, and life gives back to me. I live in the midst of infinite abundance. I give freely and fearlessly to life. I live in the midst of infinite abundance, and life gives back to me. And life gives back to me. Be sure and check out the What's Happening email that comes out on Tuesdays to know what's coming up in the future. And let's all stand together as we are able, say the prayer for protection as we prepare to leave. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, God, for opening our hearts and for all we feel. We carry you with us as we leave this place, knowing a love that's so real. Here in this moment, we stand in our truth. We welcome the peace that it brings. God, as you guide us, renew and remind us that you are the reason we sing. God, as you guide us, renew and remind us that you are the reason we sing. And so it is. Have a great week, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week with